Hey y'all, welcome to Pleiadian Point of View. I'm Peyton with Peyton Energetics, and I'm a Pleiadian channel. So in today's point of view, the Pleiadians thought we needed a little help right now. So today they wanted to talk to us about how to use negative manifestations in a positive way. So one thing you have probably noticed over the past couple of weeks, if not months, is that things have gotten a little choppy for us. Things have gotten a bit messy in the outside world, and for a lot of us, we are seeing more than the usual number of negative manifestations. So the Pleiadians wanted to help us understand what's happening here, what is going on, and how can we use these in a beneficial way? So according to the Ps, and you have heard them talk about this on a couple of the recent POVs, we are going through a collective time where we are breaking down one of our main planetary energies that has kept us in 3D, and that is the energy of separation. And separation is the root of all of our troubles here on the planet. It is what lies beneath everything we don't like. Everything we are not wild about in our world stems from the energy of separation. And so collectively, we are breaking this energy down. But unfortunately, what happens when we break down an energy as massive as this one is we start to see a shakeup in our world, in our reality. Because essentially, we are taking down the scaffolding that holds the 3D world up. So there's going to be a little debris in the construction process, a little bit of dust and falling rock. And so that's kind of what we are seeing happen in the world around us right now, that we are seeing a lot of destruction. And we are seeing a lot of things break down in our personal lives. Everyone that I have talked to is going through some form of reorganization in their life. And so we are seeing a lot of the aftershocks of this demolition that we are doing at an energetic level. So what the Pleiadians wanted to help us with is to use this in a positive way. Because as we break down the template of separation, y'all, this is just not a good time. So we are breaking down kind of the fundamentals of our reality. So we see it kind of imploding in many areas of our life. But what the Pleiadians wanted to help us understand about this process is we can use these negative manifestations in a beneficial way. And as we are going through this time period, and we are also experiencing massive solar energies, a lot of galactic energy hitting the planet right now, this is forcing any density we're holding. So any of those limiting beliefs that we need to let go of, we're kind of being slapped in the face with it. And so that is why so many of us are seeing more than the usual number of negative manifestations. But according to the Pleiadians, any negative manifestation can be used in a positive way. So if you are like most of us who are having a few things crumble in your life right now, what the Ps are encouraging us to do is to look at that as an opportunity for growth. So what the Ps encourage us to do when we are faced with negative manifestations is to stay positive. Because as they say, anything that is manifesting for you can be used in a beneficial way. So it doesn't matter what happens to us according to the Ps. All that matters is how do you respond to it? Because a lot of us do that human thing where when we're confronted with something negative in our life, or that we would characterize as negative, we tend to get very wrapped up in the story. We tend to let it completely stress us out. We let our mind go crazy chewing on it and obsessing about it. And we start to get in a little bit of fear, a little bit of anger, even some despair and hopelessness. Like, when is this going to stop? When is this going to get better? But what is important, according to the Pleiadians, when we have a negative manifestation, is to do our best to react neutrally. So can you step back and look at that from a distance? To just take a breath and not let yourself spin out about it. Because if we can stay positive or even neutral in the face of a negative manifestation, we will see the positive angle to it. And as the P's say, everything that happens to us is neutral. Nothing is good, nothing is bad. The only question is, what energy do you attach to it? And our brains are going to want to attach negative emotion to anything that's not what we wanted, right? So when negative manifestations pop up, the brain likes to start pulling its hair out, to start having a little meltdown, a little temper tantrum. But if we can take a beat when we start to see that happening and bring ourselves into a neutral place, and that may look as simple as just bringing your attention to your breathing. Drop out of the story. The mind loves the story. So the mind wants to chew on who did what to who. But all that does is keep us in a negative energy. And so if we stay in a negative energy around that situation, whatever has manifested, it becomes a bigger negative manifestation. But if we can, when something shows up that is not to our preference, stay neutral with it, or even stay positive about it, we will get the positive benefit out of it. Because anything that happens can be used in a positive way. But it all depends on what energy are you going to attach to it. And if we let the mind run the show, which, let's face it, most of us do, we're going to make this more of a negative experience. But if we can catch ourselves, get out of the mind, bring our focus to our breathing, and stay neutral. Just imagine that you are watching this from an outsider's perspective and stay calm about our negative manifestation. We can use it in a positive way because there is positive and negative in everything that happens. And so it's our choice how we are going to use every manifestation. So the P's wanted to just kind of explain this to us because they're seeing that we're having a lot more negative manifestations in our lives than usual, because these energies are going to be presenting us with any resistance we're still holding. So that is why so many of us have had more than the usual negative event happening in their life right now. But it doesn't have to have a negative outcome just because it appears negative at first. Remember, you are always in the driver's seat. And if you stay neutral, then you neutralize that event, no matter how negative it appeared to be. Because if you can stay neutral about it or even positive about it, you turn it into a positive manifestation. But you are the creator of it. How are you going to react to that supposedly negative manifestation? You can turn it into a positive manifestation. You always have the power to rebrand it. So it all comes down to your reaction. Can you stay calm? Can you stay neutral? Can you even get into a positive frame of mind with it? And if you can, you will turn that around into a beneficial manifestation. So very powerful advice from the P's this week. That is what they wanted to help us rebrand those negative manifestations that seeing kind of a lot of right now. So let me know in the comments below, how are you handling these energies? How are you doing? And drop that in the comment box below. And while you're down there, don't forget, hit the subscribe button and the like button if you haven't done that yet. I'll see you soon. Bye.